Welcome back. Hi, my name is Brooke. I am here with another self-care tutorial. This one is for your spine, and I'm very excited about this one. I got it from studying Todd Hardgrove. So if you're familiar, he is a Feldenkrais and Rolf practitioner. I myself am a Rolf practitioner, a Kihara trainer, and a chair massage therapist. So I try to just incorporate all these techniques that I've picked up over the years and created self-massage, self-care routines and practices. Okay, so this one, like I said, is for your spine. So the only thing you're going to need is a yoga mat. You are welcome to do this on another surface that's available to you, such as a bed, or yeah, that's the only thing I can think of. But it is best to have a surface where you could feel your spine on the floor. It would be more difficult to feel in a softer surface. But again, that is completely your call. If getting up and down off the floor is not fun for you to do, but a bed would be doable, then do that, okay? All right, so you're just gonna start out lying on your back. And you're lying down on your back on your yoga mat, and it would be great if you had your legs out straight, but not absolutely necessary. So if you would prefer to have your feet flat on the floor and your knees in the air, that is more than okay. Okay, so as you're lying here, either blur your vision so your eyes just kind of go a little blurry, or you can close your eyes, whichever feels more beneficial to you. And you're just going to notice the parts of you that are making contact with the floor. Just take a second and think of what is contacting the earth and what is not. Don't try to intervene unless you feel uncomfortable. If you need to wiggle your shoulder blade in a different spot or move your legs or heels around, that's fine to be more comfortable, but don't try to change something that might not be even with the other side or is maybe not as pretty as it should be. So take some time and take some deep breaths and just let your body relax in with gravity. See if you're holding tension somewhere, like if you're holding your shoulder up or tensing in your hips. Put a breath into anywhere that feels tight. Wiggle your shoulders, wiggle your hips again. And find that yielding into your yoga mat, into the floor. And now we're going to do a body scan. So you're just going to start at the top of your head and feel how your head feels on the floor. Without intervening, just notice what it feels like. And then feel your neck and decide how far away from the floor do you think your neck is. Try to visualize it. Visualize what you're feeling. And where does your back make contact with the floor again? Visualize that. Go down between your shoulder blades. Feel your shoulder blades. Which one is flatter on the floor? Which one's being held up a little bit by some tension? See if you can wiggle that tension out. Feel your arms and try to draw a straight line, maybe a glowing light, a line of light through each arm, and see if that kind of sent a tiny rotation into you. And then decide what those arms look like without looking at them. Are they long? Are they short? Are they one's longer than the other? One's rotated differently, I should say. And then come back up to the shoulders, right underneath the armpits, and feel where your rib cage makes contact with the floor, and see what you can do to kind of allow gravity to let your rib cage lower to the floor as much as is comfortable to do. And then notice the precise moment of when your lumbar spine leaves the floor. And where does your body connect to the floor again. Imagine what that looks like if you were to lie down under your back and see how far away the floor is from you. How far would it be? And then take a quick sec and just put one hand under your lumbars and see if you were correct, if it actually is a lot closer than you thought maybe. And put one hand under your neck. And is that one a lot further away than you thought? A lot closer? Reset, place your hands back down on the floor. And now feel your glutes and feel if one side of your hip feels lower to the ground than the other one does, or level with the ground. And then, just like you did with your arms, let a bright light shoot from each hip, kind of like a lightsaber in each leg. You got a line going from each glute down to the heel, and then that's a horizontal line, and then a vertical line going from heel to toe. And where are those? Where are they? Don't look at them. Just think about where your toes are pointing and where your knees are pointing. And if that line is long or short or one's different than the other. Okay, once you have all that in your awareness, you're going to bring your feet to the floor and let your knees point up towards the ceiling. Find a comfortable space for your scapulas and your lower back, and then place your hands, your palms wide, your fingers spread out comfortably on each hip bone. Don't put any weight on them, don't press down, just let your hands rest gently and lightly on each hip bone. And then gently start to tick your knees left to right, and don't go any further than where you feel a little restriction, and take it slow at first, kind of test the waters. And I want you to notice a nice deep massage that's happening on your glutes right now from the floor. And if it wasn't there before, see what you can do to get that to happen. You're pressing your glute gently to the floor just to allow a nice, gentle, deep massage. Gentle, deep massage. It is a thing, I promise. Okay, so as you're tick-tocking back and forth, just notice how your body feels with this. Notice the expansion of the belly. Notice the rib cage closing on one side as it opens on the other. If you're tilting right now, your left side rib cage is opening, your right side rib cage is closing. You're tilting to the left right now, your left side rib cage closes, your right side opens. And just feel the contact of your shoulder blades and feel what your head is doing. All right, and once you have all that done, stop in neutral and let your knees dip as comfortably away to the right as you can go and hang out there comfortably. Once you're there, place your left arm flat on the floor, either palm up or palm down, whatever is comfortable for you, and just press gently your shoulder blade into the floor, committing that you will not let your shoulder blade leave the floor. Okay, so now you're going to bring your legs back up to the midline and then dip your legs back down to the right. Your right hand is still on your belly as your belly rolls to the right and then back to the midline, and your shoulder blade is staying on the floor. So I want you to notice what upper body muscles are happening and working to complete this movement. Okay. Feel that nice deep massage on the right glute. And then on the sacrum as you come up to the midline. And just go as many times as you feel comfortable doing, and it should feel increasingly good. So if any part of this is painful for you to do and it's not comfortable for you to do, then either do very small, comfortable movements or just don't do this at all. Okay, pardon me. So now we're gonna go to the left. So tilt your knees comfortably to the left. Let them hang out wherever is comfortable. Let your right arm press into the floor. Your left arm is going to be placed on your belly. Press your right scapula into the ground and commit that it will not leave the ground during this movement. And you will only go as far as is comfortable. Bring your knees up to midline and then let them drop back down to the left. Pin that shoulder blade to the ground. A very dry throat today. Okay, pinning that shoulder blade down, midline. And once you've done enough of those to where you feel nice and loosened up, then you rest back down on the floor. I feel like I've kind of twisted on my mat here. Okay. So once you're back into neutral, I want you to roll your head right to left to right, whatever you want to do. Now, as you're doing this, I want you to think about actively turning off your upper back and your upper neck muscles. And the only thing that is moving your head right to left is your eyes. So as if you are taking your fingers and walking your fingers up a wall to raise your arm up, think about your eyes walking on the ceiling to bring your eyes to the right, walking down the wall, now walking up the wall, onto the ceiling, towards the left, walking your head left. So the only thing that is moving your head are your eyes. Your upper neck and upper back are totally turned off. You could also close your eyes and gently, very slowly, just let your eyes look left, which would be tilting your head to the left. Just think of your eyes as kind of heavy marbles, just kind of rolling your head to the right and to the left. Okay, so do that as many times as you want. It feels amazing. Come to a neutral position. And now you're going to put your left leg over your right leg and you're going to tilt your legs to the left. Now your left leg is kind of pulling your right leg down towards the left and your right leg is slowing your left leg down. And now your right leg is winning and your left leg is slowing your right leg down. Okay, so kind of pressing each knee in together gently, holding that resistance, because we always hold a resistance while we are moving eccentrically, and we're only going to the left and then back to midline. We're not going right to left. Okay, and once you've done that a few times and it's starting to stretch out and feel pretty good, put your hands behind your head and let your knees dip to the left and hang out there comfortably. Press the right knee into the left knee to hold it up and lift your head up as if you're trying to see the horizon or your right hip. Do not slingshot yourself into the air. Just move a comfortable distance. Even if it's just this much, even if you can't see your hip, that's not the most important thing. You're just aiming for that hip and you're only moving as far as is comfortable. And you try to see if you can improve upon the one before it. Okay? Do that as many times as you want. This might fatigue you. This might feel like a good stretch. Feel the muscles that are working. Notice them. Check in with your knee. Is it still supporting? It's supporting up. It's not being dragged down. And rest and come to the midline. Come to a neutral position. And switch. And the switch always throws me off. So left over right, you dip to the left. Right over left. And you're going to dip to the right. Okay, so again, your left leg is holding your right leg up as your right leg pulls your left leg down. Your left leg is slowing your right leg down. Now your left leg lifts up, your right leg is slowing your left leg down. And only go as far as is comfortable. If you can easily go all the way down to the floor, go for it, but just maintain that resistance. If you don't maintain that resistance, then all you're doing is overstretching your glutes, and that's not going to be good for you. You need to have the strength as much as you need to have the stretch. So do this as many times as you want, maintaining your gentle press between each knee. Your knees are pressing into each other, slowing each other down. Do as many as you want. And when you're ready, just dip your legs all the way down to the floor. Well, as far as you can comfortably manage to go. Put your hands behind your head. Press your left knee into your right knee to hold it up, and then lift your eyes up to the hip. And really try to lift your eyes up, like your eyes are doing the work. I want to see that hip. The head's not doing the work, the back's not doing the work, the eyes, your body is going where your eyes go. Where the eyes go, the body will follow. And only go up as far as is comfortable. Engage your belly to kind of help your eyes out a little. And do that as many times as you want. This is working out a headache that I had earlier, and it feels amazing. All right, and once you have gotten what you want out of that strengthening and stretch, come back to the midline. Feel your back. Optional, roll your head side to side again, just not anything specific. Just feel your heavy head and the ease it has rolling side to side. If you're okay with it, let your legs go long. If you didn't before, maybe try it out this time, see if it feels any different. But be where is comfortable. And then feel your spine. Feel your body make contact with the earth. Does it feel much different? What's different? Take some cleansing breaths. And now put your feet back on the floor. Put your hands back on your belly. And just tick-tock your knees back and forth. And see if it feels easier. If you have more range, if your belly feels wider, if your ribs feel like they're doing something different, if your shoulder blades aren't working as hard, If your head is doing something different, like moving up and down. All right. And that, my friends, is self-care for your spine. I hope you enjoyed it. And make sure to send me any comments or questions.